really nothing that I adore more than snow and my friends, so I thought I'd put y'all together. Snow. Snow. Trailer's safe from snow, that's good. Hey KDR. Say hello to my uglies, but they keep my feet so warm. Snow. Hey Emily, nice to see you. We don't have a ton of snow. Krista Lotus, happy snow to you as well. We don't have a ton, but it just really makes me happy, so I thought, hey Keely, I thought, well, maybe I could watch this video later and like it. Susie Q, hello. Also, just like when you're out in the snow, you could really take the time to look at what foliage you have around you. Like here we have some, what is that, hydrangea, I do think? Hydrangea and soleil down here. And if you pick things when the snow is actually still on them, I believe that they have different qualities based on your intuition. Here's where we do our homesteading and cut our wood. We don't play basketball, but that's there anyway. Let's look at the wood pile. Some of these pieces of wood are really awesome. My mom trades her art for, like she had this big metal fence that she traded firewood for. But that's a magical spot right in there. You could certainly put a working in there to charge or to finish. Hey Brendan, hey Frankie, hey from the dark pool. So good to see everybody. And the goal is to get the wood chopped before the snow comes, but Mom and I can't really run the chainsaw together very successfully. So that's okay. Hey Mama Hennessy, how are you? That's where the car was. It's not there now. Oh, a little bird. So back here we have a pond and a little like rocking chair thing. Let's look at the pond and see if it's frozen over. You want to sit there? I do, if I couldn't get wet. Oh, it is frozen. So my family and I and my mom, we all dug this together. It's just a handmade pond. And yes, there are fishes in there. You put goldfish in there and they, I guess like, oh, look at that drift of snow. They just kind of hibernate with the cold, I guess is how that works. Frogs come hang out in here. You could do your money magics down here. Be really cool. It does look like Narnia. I have a friend in Canada and I was just telling him, it looks like Narnia out there. Alright, so check this out. This is well, it's kind of broken to shreds at the moment, but my brother made this chair a long time ago, and he's not a carpenter, he's just an artist. But it's cool because he made it for a painting that he drew. And at the top here, it's supposed to have a lady with a big giant like Marie Antoinette wig, and there was a hole at the top where her wig could stick through. Really, really cool. So yeah, we made a fountain that runs. It's over there. And as you can see, the pool is just like you go to the Home Depot and you can get the supplies, but we made it out of a tarp and we dug the shape ourselves. And there's lots of different levels of depth so that the fish can stay warm or get cool. Obviously not right now, but in the summer then they can have a cool spot. Let's see if we can swing that. That'll be fun. Ghost! Let's take a look at the pagodas. They're always flipping gorgeous in the snow. That's beautiful. You could put a working inside of the pagoda to charge. They have a lot of protective properties and things like that. Whatever your intuition tells you, that's what you can use it for. Or you could look it up. It's really pretty. So it'll be snowing here for the next 4 days. There's the trampoline covered with snow. I'd love to jump on it. Me and my mom just had a snowball fight. There's one of the snowballs that I threw at her. She came to get me though. Oop. There's my house. That triangle up top. It's cool that I live in a triangle. I was thinking about that the other day. And it's just so pretty. So pretty. So pretty. Let's take a look at the snowy garden, shall we? Oh, and look for animal tracks. Because there's no dogs in the neighborhood that are allowed to run out and about. So there's a good chance these could be coyote tracks. And I got to see this morning because the snow is just perfect and untouched. I got to see what animals were out here. And that's cool. So here's the garden. I mean, it's nothing much right now, but where we live, hey kitty kitty. Hi Shohidi, nice to see you. This is some samples of like the metalwork that Mom does. And she does custom signs for people and gates and all kinds of stuff, but that's made out of steel. And she took over my dad's. She's really a good, we love to have these around. Swinging chairs for peace meditation. But the things that you can grow here in the wintertime, potatoes, beets, kale, carrots. I don't know if a lot of you guys know this. How does she cut it? It's like with a welding machine. So she uses a big fire torch. And it's a lot harder than it looks. But she gets an overhead projector and draws the picture on the overhead and then cuts it. And she does all shapes and sizes. Hey Shadow Witch, so nice to see you. So in here, let's see what's... Yeah, oh, carrots. That's what I was going to tell you about. Brr. Carrots, they don't actually become sweet until the cold hits. So if you grow carrots in the summer, try and let them go. Hey Moon Moth Goddess, nice to see you. Try and let them go until it gets cold. See, and look what's still thriving. These are green onions, or spring onions, or whatever you want to call them. Of course, they're a little past their prime, but look, they're still bright green in there. I mean, let's just taste one. Oh, they're frozen. They're crunchy. Oh, they taste amazing. So yeah, when the cold hits, that's when the sweet comes into a carrot. This is kale, and it's still thriving. Considering. So you can grow kale all year long. It's gone to seed this batch, but you can replant and start them inside and put them back outside. And this is the strawberries stay under here. This is just a thing so the deer can't eat the berries. So it's a garden bed with the berries under, and then we put a lid on it because the deer will come through and take all the berries. That's up there so we don't smack ourselves in the face. If you've ever done that, it hurts really bad. It doesn't just happen in cartoons. Oh, here's the neighbor's beautiful apple trees. They had apples. There's still apples on them, look. Let's see if we can get close enough to see these apples. I wish I could get those apples. See up top there? Right there. KDR says she's done that her fair share of times. Oh my god, it hurts so bad. It's over before you even realize it happened though. So yeah, I mean, these apples could have some really magical properties because they've hung on through the whole summer and fall, and now it's winter, and so they just, even though they're, kind of rotting on the vine, I would still use them for lots of things. Any lettings that fall down from this wood, apple wood is really good for a lot of different things, but intuitively, I use it for protection because when you cut the apple open, there's a star inside, it looks like a star fruit. And so we use that shape for a lot of different things, protection, creation. Let's go back to the pet cemetery and say hello to Chloe and Bazinga and Maggie. Oh, it's kind of... Can't remember if it's back there. Let's see if we can find another way in. Pet cemetery. Whoop. Here they are. And this is a really beautiful spot because, I guess Mom put this up there, but okay. Anyway, this is a really beautiful spot because the sun shines down through the trees right here in the daytime. And, there's Chloe. Those are her rock pile right there. Thanks, I'll tell Peggy you said that, Kitty. I love her house. It's great. So that's Chloe, that rock pile. And then Maggie's back there. Maggie's right there. And then Bazinga's back over there. And so yeah, that's the spot that we chose when Maggie passed away. Hey, Heather. Oh, good, Brendan. I'm glad you're loving this tour. Me too. I just love being in the snow. So much fun. Woo! The snow's kind of drifting. So let's see what else we could look at. Oh, I had a dream the night before last that the creek was running. So we have a creek behind our house. And it hasn't run for years just because I don't really know why, but let me get down here without falling. There's water in it. My dream must have made sense. So down there's water in the stream, but I had a dream that it was just like super overflowing. Hey, Amethyst, so nice to see you. There's my old playhouse. Now we keep stuff in it, but it's 2 stories, 3 rooms. Pretty cool. My dad helped me put that together a long time ago. And it's just glorious out here. Hey, Uncle Badger, nice to see ya. Look at all this beautiful, beautiful snow. So we're to have snow. And again, that's the creek down here that's been dry for years except for those little puddles over there, which is really exciting. Right, so we're to have snow the next 3 or 4 days. Mom watches the weather and then writes it on her calendar. Oh, I want to show you guys this. This is pretty wicked. This might be the biggest oyster shell you'll ever see in real life. This is actually an oyster. I'm going to try and flip it real quick. Isn't that amazing? Love to do workings right inside of there. Great, great, great for protection. What else would you guys use oyster shells for? Here's some pretty massive ones as well, but those are only about the size of my head. Look how big that is. So let's put it back just in case any little wildlife was hiding under there. Is it not going to stay now? Oh, for Pete's sakes. Stay! So let's get a better look at the creek without slipping. It is technically dribbling. I wonder if it's from all that rain we had the other day. Wedge it. That's a good idea. It does look like a Venus shell. Absolutely. And so then we come back over this way. Oh, look at this massive tree. Really large. Wood pile. Watch out for those nails. You wouldn't want to step on them. Wood pile for whatever kind of things we're trying to create. There's my old clubhouse that me and Dad built together. We store all kinds of stuff in there now. I spent a lot of time playing in there and had a lot of laughs. A lot. Let's see. Motorcycle shed, boat, well house. We have our own well, which is the best. The girls! See, and then they're in an old playhouse too, and that's where they keep warm. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Zara. Basically, goats like things for children. Playhouses, sleds, anything like that. But these spools, they love to, like, bat each other off of them and play King of the Mountain. And that's why our goats don't have horns. They are debudded before we got them, is because when they play, they could charge at each other and then puncture each other's lung or heart or say bye. So that's the backyard with all the snow. How am I going to get around here? We have to make sure that there's no wood with nails laying on the ground before it snows, because if there is, then, well, that's not good. You could step on it. So there's the shed where I smash cans. We've got a lot of like garden equipment everywhere. See, here's those dog tracks again. And again, there's no dog that lives in the neighborhood that's not let out of the house, so I think they're coyote tracks. This stuff is just cute though, when it just snows on random stuff. That's a hose and some planting buckets. Yeah. Frick, it's a snake! There's this scene in the show Lunatics, which I love. And he plays this joke called F, it's a snake. It's really funny. If you guys know that joke, you should tell it to me because it's the best. So here we have greenhouse. And a shell of a greenhouse. And these big farm equipments. My mom calls this her Montana garden. She got all of these pieces from Montana and drove them back. Hey, Erica. Being originally from Germany, now in California, really miss the snow. Oh, yeah, for sure. If I didn't get to see snow, I would be pretty sad. But I think that's why I did this video, is because not everybody gets to see snow. And here's a better picture of our wood pile and what we do in there. We have a big wood cutter right there. Dragonfly Whisper, welcome. And there's just a lot of cool stuff around here, and it just all looks 55 times prettier when it snows. That's the neighbor's house. So let's see, where else could we go? But yeah, when you are the first person to wake up in the morning and there's snow, check out the tracks. Like, just take a walk around the property, and you can even see little bird tracks when the birds hop around. It's the cutest, really. But you know, like, this whole thing, my hands are starting to freeze. This whole thing was fashioned out of materials that we've just had around the house. Like, here we have this big pile of metal. We made the roof out of that. And then the wood in the back, you know, we fashioned. I think the only thing we purchased was the tubing to make the frame. And then the rest we just did by hand, as you can see. You know, we just put it together. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you're not enjoying it, give it a thumbs down. But just let me know why you didn't enjoy it. Okay, and then here's my grandma's roses. This is where I pour the goat's water on every morning. And hi, Grandma. She was in my dream last night, which is kind of rare. So yeah, those are her roses, and they actually stay... One part of it all year long stays green, whether it's this part or that part, but one part always stays green, so that's pretty amazing. And I've already collected the rose hips, but I use these for workings. The thorns are gorgeous right now. They're bright, bright red. Ooh, look at this. You could make a pretty killer protection wand out of that. Look how beautiful those thorns are. And here's nature for you. Ooh, that's pretty. Ouch! You know, like... But my hands are actually getting, like, red. So I must go inside and warm them up. But let's take one more look at the last pagoda before we go. Just reminds me of Japanese garden. Yeah, vicious beauty. That's a great word for it, Heather. Vicious beauty. Well, I'm so glad that we looked at the creek together, you guys, because I really wanted to... like I said, I saw it in a dream that it was running, and it turns out that it, in fact, kind of was trickling, so, was. Kisses and kisses to all of you guys. Oh, I like this part. I didn't show you this part of the yard. We'll end with this. Ooh. Yeah, Peggy did all this herself. When we first moved here, it was just a circular driveway, and we took down all the trees together. We had firewood for years. This lady here used to be in that statue, and it's a fountain type thing. But it broke, but we still want to keep her. Everything just looks cooler with snow on it, yeah? Here's a little bridge, footbridge. It's slippery though, I'm not going to pass over it. So yes, this is the house when it snows. It was really fun to talk to all of you guys. I'm going to be taking the rest of the day to finish Kitty's Oracle deck. Peggy took some packages for me to the post office because I can't, my car isn't perfect for the snow. And you know, as you can see, the roads are icy and snowy. So yeah, let's see. She took out a couple of y'all's orders this morning. And then, oh, and we had a snowball fight, which I told you about, but that was fun. I want to do another one with her later. The funny part is, whoop! Occasionally, the wind will go by and then snow just, it'll get you. So what was I going to say? Yes, she's not the best aim. No offense, Mom, you're good at everything else you do, but I was surprised that I was a better aim than she was. So we'll have another snowball fight later, and hopefully I can get the tripod up for that, and you guys can see us have a snowball fight. So I'm going to go back to my little room, warm up my hands. I wish I could bring Otis out in this. I just don't. I love you, bud. Love you so much, you guys. You guys just bring so much happiness to my life. There's that triangle shape I live in. Let's see the back of it real quick. Love when I wake up and look out the window and it's snowed. Like, there's not a lot better than that. See? Those windows are a great little view. So, all right, y'all. We'll see you later today for a snowball fight, I hope. Take care. All my love. Ta.